When you think of the great rivalries in sport, this one should come to mind. The New York Gremlins and the Hill United Chiefs. For the last decade, they have fought tooth and nail for supremacy in this sport. There's Bradley Ezekiel from the Chiefs. Some more of them earlier in the week. Jack Besgrove is out on the mound. There was the New York Gremlins huddle just a few short minutes ago as we get ready for the ISC World Tournament Championship game one more time between the New York Gremlins and the Hill United Chiefs. The number 1 and number 2 teams in the rankings. They battled it out all year long, and it's fitting, Joe Todd, that it's these two teams in the championship game.
Should be a great game. And as you mentioned, played four times earlier in the year, but now it comes down to just this game. That's all what's important.
It's a single championship game. The Gremlins are undefeated. Hill United on their third game of the day. Battling, fighting. They've made it. Now they've got to contend with Jack Besgrove. I'm Blair Setford with Joe Todd on the ISC Network. Thank you for joining us one last time for the ISC World Championship game. First pitch, 6:02 p.m. Pacific time. Shane Boland swings at a strike. There's the batting order for the Chiefs. Boland, Ezekiel Shales, the first three. Defensively, for the Gremlins, it's what you would expect. Matthew Benanoka, Abelardo Penuelas, Brian Avery, Cole Evans, Ladislaw Malarzuk, and Eric Ochoa. Around the horn, Jack Besgrove, the world number 1, and Nick Mullins, the quiet leader behind the plate. Called strike 3.
Good start for Besgrove.
Brad Ezekiel, red hot here today on Championship Saturday. 3 for 3 with a walk in the semifinal. Had a hit in the game prior to that.
He always has a great Saturday here at the World Tournament.
Change up and waved at. Off speed. That's been the name of the game here the last few days, Joe Todd. A lot of change-ups from these guys who throw into the 80s, but it's the off-speed that's getting the best hitters in the world waving.
Just to throw the timing off, especially once through the order.
And then wails a 76-mile-an-hour rise ball right past Brad Ezekiel, 0-2.
The umpires for today's game, Yuri Dostal behind the plate, Trevor Topping from Kitchener, Ontario, Glenn Brown from Washington, and Mike Morrissey as the alternate. Oh, he's at second.
Mike's at second.
Yeah.
Who do you got out at third? That's Glenn Brown.
Glenn Brown.
Trevor's at first.
Trevor.
So it just says no on the swing there. Mike Morrissey at second and Glenn Brown at third.
4 umpiring system, 4-man.
One ball, 2 strikes to Brad Ezekiel. Just off the outside corner. The Gremlins, the defending champions, a year ago, 6-1 winners over Bear Creek Express. Jack Besgrove strikes out the first 2.
Ezekiel going after that rise ball.
Nick Shales got his first hit of the tournament, Joe, and his last at bat in the last game. It was an RBI double that scored the Chiefs' 6th run, and nobody felt better than Nick Shales at that moment.
Hopefully he can carry it over into the championship game.
Chases the rise ball upstairs. The rise ball really has been the nemesis for Nick Shales here this week, especially the outside rise ball.
Needs more discipline, plate discipline, to lay off that pitch if it's coming too far off the hip early.
That's the pitch right there. Oh and 2. Well hit, center field, into right, and making the catch out near the fence is Penuelas. Tracked across with Ben Anoka as that ball was shifting across, and a great job to haul that in, Abelardo Penuelas, for the third out of the inning. Shales gave it a ride, but just not far enough into the evening sky. Is down. We're going to go to the home half with the Gremlins coming to the plate. Well hit, deep right field. It's curving. This one, well hit to deep right field this time, and that one is gone. Trying to put it away is Jack Besgrove. The New York Gremlins are world champions.
Congratulations, gentlemen.
Start spreading the news, Joe Todd. It's New York, New York. We waited all week for this game, Joe Todd. It's finally here. Here's the batting lineup for the New York Gremlins. Matthew Waugh leading off. Eric Ochoa, Ben Anoka. They'll be followed by Cole Evans, Lucio Redomar, Abelardo Penuelas, Ladislaw Mallerzuk, Brian Avery, and Nick Mullins. You see it there, Besgrove pitching. Defensively, Quentin Bruce, Brad Ezekiel, Alan Pecker, left to right. Shales at third, Shane Boland, Lenny Villavazzo, Tony Gonzalez is at first. Marco Diaz already pitched 9 innings today, full 7 against the Bear Creek Express, 2 innings in relief against the Northeast Drillers. It's Bruno Matroni, the veteran, behind the plate.
Diaz had 13 strikeouts in his 9 innings of work today.
They got after each other early, Joe, right away in the final of the Chiefs Challenge in Simcoe. That was late June. Gremlins prevailed in that one. They met most recently a week and a half ago at the USA Nationals in the winter bracket final, and Gremlins prevailed there. In Saskatoon, it was the Chiefs.
Very tough to beat that team, the Gremlins, in a big game. But the Hill United Chiefs are up for that challenge tonight.
Marco Diaz, Joe, and we talked a fair bit about it as Matthew Waugh works a leadoff walk. We've been talking about this all summer. Who are the pitchers that could beat the Gremlins? We came down to 2. Huemo Mata, and he gave it a valiant effort last night in the winter bracket final. A 1-0 loss. And we thought Marco Diaz also stood a chance. Just those 2 guys. Eric Ochoa leads the tournament in RBIs.
Marco Diaz has to be at his best. Same with that defense behind the Hill United Chiefs.
Right back to the screen. 10 RBIs for Eric Ochoa, batting .333. Six for 18. How many of those hits are home runs? 3 of them. Half his hit total are home runs. Inside to Ochoa, but called a strike.
Very strong in that upper body. Ochoa loves to hit the ball. Long way and a hard way.
As befitting a championship game, Joe, the biggest crowd of the week tonight. And all of the armchair umpires thought they had a better call on that one. Fouled off, out of play. Joe, this tournament here at Softball City this week has been magnificent. There was no other description that I have for it in the English language.
Just an excellent week. Great play on the field. Great host committee. And great weather. We have been blessed, totally.
Fights that one off, and Greg Leather, I had a conversation with Greg Leather in between games, the two of us backstage here a little bit, just chatting to friends. Greg said to me, you know, he said, I'm getting too old for this stuff. I have dodged so many line drives this week, I want to go hide in the dugout. I'm sending Reese out to coach third. Greg Hicks, who got here late in the week, is over at first. As always, we want to say hi to Greg's wife, Colleen, back in Bakersfield. Upstairs and way upstairs to Eric Ochoa. Three balls, 2 strikes. Matthew Waugh out at first, aboard on a walk. And lined off again into the fence on the left side of the screen. Joe, this is the 5th straight championship game appearance for the New York Gremlins. The Chiefs were in 6 straight championship games from 2012 through 2017. The Gremlins with 3 championships in the last 5 years, as this is lifted up down the left field line. That's going to fall out of play. Quentin Bruce will give chase to the fence. The Gremlins have never beaten the Chiefs the 2 times they've met in the ISC championship game, 2012, 2021. This is the 3rd time. High in the air and foul again down the left side. Shane Boland is going to hang over the fence and look for one of those balls to come in at least. And there comes one from out of foul territory. Quentin Bruce got the other one, and he fired it into Nick Shales.
Got to be sharp at the plate with this full count.
He's got to be up to 8 or 9 pitches already. Diaz is up to 14. He threw. There it is. Strike 3 and a good hard drop ball to the outside corner. Gets Eric Ochoa to chase with a half-hearted swing.
Center fielder number 89, Ben Anoka.
11 pitch at bat for Eric Ochoa.
That's a great battle.
Ben Anoka right behind Ochoa in the RBI chase. Batting .533, 8 RBIs, 2 home runs, one of them a grand slam.
Had a great week.
Little bleeder on the infield. Bolin steps on the bag, fires to first for 2, and the Chiefs are out of the inning on a double play.
HRD Bat Co. owners Nick Shales and Trevor Oakes want to bring the best quality bats to baseball players all over the world. Our pro-grade wood combined with our finish process makes them some of the hardest bats with the biggest pop in the game. Customization is our specialty. We offer a variety of handcrafted models and unlimited design. Visit us at hrdbatco.com. Play hard. Swing.
Joe, both squads go 3 up, 3 down. There's our starting pitchers, Jack Besgrove, Marco Diaz. The righty on the right, the lefty on the left.
Seems appropriate.
It does. World number 1 and arguably world number 2. Bruno Matroni sends this one foul down the right side and bangs off the top of the bleacher seats down there, right beside somebody in a nice red and black shirt, Joe. Didn't even knock off his water bottle. But both teams 3 up, 3 down in the first. Now maybe we settle into a rhythm. All the jitters, the nerves, the championship game anxiety is out of the way. Settle in for a ball game. In front of, Joe, it has to be said, a damn near capacity crowd here at Softball City on the Stadium Diamond.
Thank you, local fastball fans, for supporting this tournament.
A very specific figure of 3,100 as an estimate. Rich Haldane with that number. Not 3,000, Joe.
No.
3,100 here at the park.
Well, they can tell by that scan at the front gate.
Up in the air for Ladislav Malor-Zook, ranging out onto the grass. There's a guy who's had an outstanding World Tournament. Talk with Jim Flanagan, and he covers the Gremlins throughout the summer. Ladislav Malor-Zook, Ben Anoka have really come on in the last 3-4 weeks. And as much as Eric Ochoa has done and continues to do, these two contributing strongly as well.
Malor-Zook plays great defense. Just done an amazing job. Game in, game out.
Quentin Bruce. Swing and a miss. It's been a quiet tournament, Joe, for Quentin Bruce by his standards, and those are very lofty standards. All world the last 2 years, that was with Bear Creek. Came over to the Hill United Chiefs in the offseason. It was his favorite team growing up in his teenage years. You know what? He used to watch Hill United Chiefs on the ISC network all through the 2010s and grew up wanting to play for these guys. He was on the 21 team, but he was the pinch runner, the speed guy to come in and run. 2 outstanding years for Bear Creek, and now back in a Hill United Chiefs uniform. Change-up.
Oh, beautiful. Just missed. Just missed.
Just missed. Against Toronto yesterday afternoon in the losers bracket, Quentin Bruce with a big 3-run home run as he lifts this one up and out of play on the left side. A big 3-run home run that got the Chiefs propelled onto championship Saturday. Others have picked up the baton today, most notably Alan Pecker, who has 2 2-run home runs today, one of them over the top of that fence in right field.
Just a wonderful job by that number 9 batter.
And the defense we've seen by the on-deck batter, Lenny Viavazzi, you just see him there at the bottom of your frame before we zoomed in. He has been impeccable at defense for the Chiefs, particularly today. Saved the game against Bear Creek. That game would have been tied. We might still be playing that game if it weren't for Lenny Viavazzi. Called strike 3 to the outside corner. Quentin Bruce literally hopping mad. Third strikeout for Jack Besgrove.
Got to be aggressive when you got 2 strikes at the plate. Protect that plate.
You know, Joe, I always come back to what you say. Don't leave it in the hands of the umpire.
Yes, exactly.
Swing and a miss. Besgrove pumps one in at 78. Chases off the outside corner. Lenny only 2 hits for the tournament, Joe. A very quiet World Tournament offensively for Lenny Viavazzi, but when you're not hitting, you find other ways to contribute.
And he has.
One of those 2, a home run, but chases off the plate here. And another 1-2-3 inning for Jack Besgrove. Another 2 strikeouts. We'll go to the home half of the second. Your Gremlins coming back to the plate. Pitchers battle early.
Welcome to Mont Hill Golf and Country Club. With our beautiful 27-hole golf course open to the public, we work tirelessly to ensure your time with us is second to none. Well, here you'll be able to enjoy an incredible dining experience at our very own Big Pete's Steakhouse. Play some of the best courses in the world with our state-of-the-art golf simulators. Upgrade your gear with the top brands at our pro shop, or host a stunning wedding, event, or conference inside one of our beautiful ballrooms. Learn all this and more at monthill.ca. We can't wait to see you soon.
It'll be Cole Evans in the cleanup spot for the New York Gremlins as we go to the home half of the second inning. Evans, 364. 4 hits, 2 of them are home runs. 3 RBIs. High hopper out to Shane Boland, the counterpart, and he turns and fires to first.
Nice high bounce for Shane. Good arm.
Shane tweaked the knee a little bit in the loser bracket final against the Drillers. Looked all right on that play. Pretty routine as far as high hoppers go to Shane. Lucio Redemar, nothing routine about this young man, Joe. One of the leaders of the next gen. Lucci Biondi, Nick White, some of the players on the Hill United Chiefs that also fall into that category. Tani Mumu for the Gremlins in that category. Redemar last year with JB, a spectator for this game. This year, thrust into the lineup, getting the chance owing in part to the injury to Jerome Remeke, a broken arm, broken wrist suffered at the hands actually of Marco Diaz on the board. The Chiefs playing the New Zealand Black Sox at that invitational tournament in Saskatoon. And Remeke got hit in the wrist and was done for the season. The other guy that got the opportunity is on deck, Abiardo Penuelas. Little excuse me, gonna have to hurry. Lenny Villavazzo gets the out.
Good for Villavazzo to step in and charge that ball and pick that ball up. Fire a bullet over to first base.
Grant Patterson hasn't let go of that Legends Championship trophy since he got it. If you weren't with us for the Legends Championship game, the Coburg Force winners come from behind, walk-off win, 6-5 for the Force over the All Seasons Patriots. Grant Patterson, the win in relief, and was named the most valuable pitcher in the Legends tournament.
Great game back and forth.
Yeah, congratulations to Mike Skelton, Bill Fairney, and all of the Coburg Force. Inside strike to Abiado Penuelas. Little slow roller, foul. They need to close the door down there on the Chiefs' dugout. Villavazzo is well in at second base. They're going to ask, did he go? No, says Glenn Brown down at third base. Two balls, two strikes, two out. Penuelas trying to get the Gremlins started, but he can't do it. Marco Diaz with his second strikeout. Another 3 up, 3 down inning in the top and the bottom, scoreless. Through two complete, these two heavyweight fighters, Joe, just feeling each other out. A jab here, a jab there. Who's going to land the first big punch?
Let's talk about a local one-stop shop. Live Well for Life is just that. A fitness, nutrition, and therapy facility all under one roof. Located at 3878 Wellington Street in Mitchell, Ontario, you can get so much done in just one visit. A full complement of staff on hand include chiropractic, massage, and personal training to get you back to your healthy self. Find them on the web at livewellforlifeinc.com or give
Live Well for Life, a proud sponsor of the broadcast program.
Top of the third inning, Tony Gonzalez was the leading hitter coming into the day for the Hill United Chiefs. He was batting .462. Not sure how that has changed over the course of the last two games, but Tony, another strong ISC, and rips this one out to left for the first hit of the game. And I mean ripped.
These bottom three of the Hill United Chiefs are tough outs. They put on a good performance all day.
Piccolo Lopez back in at the designated player spot. Kyle Ezekiel got the opportunity in the first game against his fellow Newfoundlander, Sean Cleary. Lopez back in. Chases downstairs at the good hard drop from Jack Besgrove. Snaps it upstairs. Joe, I just love the fact that more people are still coming in to see this ISC World Tournament Championship game. What a crowd here at Softball City.
Just been amazing almost every night.
Right back to the screen from Lopez. Keep the count at 1-2. Joe, one of the lighter moments we had this week was Piccolo Lopez hit a triple the other night. Got about 10 feet from third, blew a tire, and wobbled and scratched and clawed his way down to third. Change up. Penuelas intercepts that in right center. Does he cover a lot of ground in a hurry? A great first step for Abelardo Penuelas.
Read that ball extremely well off the bat. Just a rope going out by Lopez.
He went a long way to go get that.
You read that changeup extremely well.
The man of the day for the Hill United Chiefs. He's one of the biggest reasons they're here. Alan Pecker in the fifth inning against the Bear Creek Express. With a man aboard, Pecker stepped into one and launched it on a line over the Hall of Fame tent in right field. Flash forward to the fourth inning, or the fifth, in the semifinal against the Northeast Drillers. And again with a man on board, another line shot, this one a little lower and into the gap between the tent and the bleachers in right center.
He was injured earlier in the year and now recuperated and extremely great at the right moment.
Deep thigh contusion suffered in Mitchell the first weekend of the year for Hill United. A collision with one of the infielders. And just really, Joe, unable to play. Tried it, couldn't play for almost 2 months. Came back at the USA National a couple of weeks back now and was first-team All-American. And has looked great here on Championship Saturday. Worked himself into a good hitter's count here on Jack Besgrove. And has he done it again? He has! Alan Pecker, another two-run home run. Oh my goodness, he owns Championship Saturday.
Wow, a great performance. I don't know how many superlatives I could put on that guy.
There are going to be 3 broken arms and a broken wrist in the Hill lineup here at the rate they're giving out the fist bumps and the arm bumps. Holy smokes, fellas. Well, look at that. Just out of the reach of Ben Anoka into the crowd.
Pretty sure it was a changeup too, Blair. Do you think it?
I'd have to go back and look one
Yeah.
more time. I'd be surprised at a changeup 3-1 though to the 9 batter. Three home runs, 6 RBIs on the day for Alan Pecker.
That's a great jump for the Hill United Chiefs.
Shane Boland, big swing, comes up empty. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's the change up and called strike 3. Boland caught looking again on the changeup this time.
Next batter for the Chiefs.
5th strikeout for Bestgrove.
Brad Ensel.
Bradley down on strikes in the first. Even the count at 1-1. And chases upstairs for strike 2. To the screen. Joe, you talk about rising to the occasion. Alan Pecker here on Championship Saturday, putting on a performance, a clinic.
Now to finish it off. Win the game. That'll be the challenge.
The final game of our 8-day adventure here at Softball City, 150 games. This is number 150. High in the air, right field, Penuelas makes the catch. But a Tony Gonzalez single comes around to score on another line shot home run by the 9 batter. Alan Pecker, and the Hill United Chiefs are out in front, 2-0.
The annual Boys of Summer tournament is held every July at the Circle Tap Bar and Grill in Denmark, Wisconsin. We host some of the top teams in the game at one of the best venues in softball. The atmosphere of old-time fast pitch with all of the amenities of a full-service bar and grill in the grounds can't be beat. Reduced-rate hotels about 10 minutes from the park are available in Green Bay. To bring your team to the annual Boys of Summer tournament next July, contact Dean Kane at deankane16@gmail.com. Thanks to Circle Tap for their support of the broadcast program.
For the best bear tent banter on the airwaves, listen to Dust Up with Hilly and Lolly. Here's some of the biggest stars chatting with two of Newfoundland's own, Jason Hill and Steve Mullally. It's unfiltered and uncensored. Dust up with Hilly and Lolly wherever you get your podcasts. Yes, bye.
As we come back, there you see the wide shot of the main diamond here at Softball City. We cut to the center field camera. Ladislav Malor-Zook and Bruno Matroni, Joe, were sharing a little laugh before we got down to business. The two Argentine national team players. Matroni just retiring from the national team squad after leading it too.
Malor-Zook's probably asking him, where did he get all this power?
Oh, I think he's always had it, Alan Pecker.
And just had a great day. 3 games, 3 back-to-back double, 2-run home runs.
0-2 to Malor-Zook, and he's had himself a whale of a tournament. The second baseman for the Gremlins that misses .417, Joe. 2 home runs. Both of those came in the same game. 5 RBIs. The Gremlins outscored the opposition. It's now 49-3. 4, make it 4.
Yeah.
Fouled into the screen by Malor-Zook. 1-2. 49-2 coming in. It's now 49-4 with the 2-run home run by Alan Pecker. Startled everybody up here in the booth. Marvin, the music man. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to touch that button. They're asking on Malor-Zook. No, says Glenn Brown. Have to agree. Swing and a miss. Down goes Ladislav Malor-Zook. Can't catch up. Third of the night for Marco Diaz. Brian Avery, Richmond, BC native, just down the road.
34 pitches for Marco Diaz so far in the game. Bottom of the 3rd inning.
Boland, you heard him call for it. And he throws out Brian Avery.
Great play, great communication. That call by Shane Boland told Marco Diaz to lay off. Good arm over there by Shane Boland.
Catcher number 3, Nick Mullins.
9 batter, Nick Mullins. Nick is having an outstanding tournament. 571. A shake and then a nod from Marco Diaz off the plate. Diaz looking to be perfect through 3. Change up, did he go? No, says Trevor Topping down at first. And Joe, while we're talking about Trevor Topping, want to give our good friend a shout out. From Kitchener, Ontario, this is his 8th ISC World Tournament, 10th ISC event with 2 ISC2 championships, and was awarded the Leon Watson Umpire Award prior to the Legends game in a ceremony. As down on strikes goes Nick Mullins, and Marco Diaz is indeed perfect through 3.
In the whole half of the third for the
Peligro Sports provides the essentials needed to give your team an edge on the field. Our brand is rooted in creating a unique experience tailored to the specific needs of your team to ensure your performance is at the best level to execute plays. At Peligro Sports, we rally behind our athletes and understand their fight to take their game to a dangerous level. Visit our store at 2200 Amsterdam Avenue in New York City or see us online at peligrosportsnyc.com. Thanks to Jose and Peligro Sports for their support of the broadcast program.
for the Chiefs, third base, number 27,
Nick Shales. Fly ball out to Penuelas. That ended the first. But it was a hard hit ball, Joe.
Yes, extremely. Great grab by Abelardo Penuelas.
In with the changeup, spins that in for a strike. Really has seen the importance of the off speed. All of these players can hit the hard stuff. It's all about how you mix it. Malherzuk, a kind two-hopper from Shales. Bruno Matroni.
Bruno Matroni.
Fly ball out to Malherzuk as he ranged out onto the grass at the start of the second inning. He'll get his second look at Jack Besgrove. Let's not forget that trailing in a championship game is nothing new for the Gremlins. You go back to last year and a leadoff home run in the bottom of the first inning for Jordan Pomeroy by the Bear Creek Express. And it wasn't until late in the fourth that Cole Evans home run tied that game. And then, of course, the Gremlins broke it open in the fifth.
This game is far from over.
Change up again. This one he left up to Bruno Matroni. 56 miles an hour on the change. Joe, a year ago, it was the Gremlins who came through the back door that won 3 games on Championship Saturday. Matroni aboard with a walk. And it was the same 4 teams. You know, the Drillers had a different team name, but it was the same 4 teams. And the Gremlins knocked off in order the Chiefs, who were then the Stompers. Now they're the Drillers. And beat Bear Creek in the final. the Gremlins were the top-ranked team. They beat the 2, the 3, the 4. This year, the Chiefs are trying to come the hard way. They've already beaten the number 4. They've beaten the number 3, and they're leading the number 1.
Tyler Branshaw now running at first base for Bruno Matroni. Pass ball.
You don't say that very often about Nick Mullins.
No,
do you?
not at all. You wonder if he got crossed up, but he didn't go out and talk to him. Could have been just a human error.
Bruce fouls it off. Joe, I wouldn't say the Gremlins look flat, but the at-bats just aren't quite the same.
Not crisp.
No, they're
Not sharp.
They typically make pitchers work hard. Ochoa did that in his at-bat. Big cut by Bruce, comes up empty.
Diaz has thrown 41 pitches in the first 3 innings of work.
Bestgrove is up to 56. We're in the top of the 4th. Well hit to left by Bruce, to the track, to the fence. Matthew Waugh crashes up the fence, makes the catch. Tagging and coming to third is Tyler Branshaw. That was oh so close to a home run.
Great focus, great concentration by Matthew Waugh to track that ball down. Tyler Branshaw advancing over to third base.
But it seems like, Joe, there's been more hard-hit balls tonight already than last night by the Drillers.
4 fly ball outs tonight off of Bestgrove that have been caught.
To the corner.
The walk to Bruno Bertroni is the only walk given up by Bestgrove tonight. That runner now at third base.
Gets Lenny Viavazo to chase out of the strike zone with the changeup. Oh and 2 to the 6th batter for the Chiefs from Oswegan, Ontario. Way outside is the setup. Came in with a little too much of the plate there. Nick Mullins wanted that well off the plate. Hard hit ball snagged by Cole Evans. Turns, spins, throws, and this crowd is on its feet for Cole Evans.
Just an amazing play. Good eye-hand coordination. Went down, stayed down. Tough bounce, picked it up cleanly.
This ball is smoked. One hop right in front of him.
For the Chiefs, there were no runs. One run.
Peligro Sports provides the essentials needed to give your team an edge on the field. Our brand is rooted in creating a unique experience tailored to the specific needs of your team to ensure your performance is at the best level to execute plays. At Peligro Sports, we rally behind our athletes and understand their fight to take their game to a dangerous level. Visit our store at 2200
That's perfect through the first three. Off the door to the Gremlins dugout. Another one that headed Greg Leather's way. Waugh walked, so I guess not perfect, quite
No.
perfect, but walked and was erased on a double play.
Halfway through the game, got to start pecking away.
Ball one. What a treat, Joe, for the fans here at Softball City tonight. Big crowd, the two best teams in the game, the two best pitchers, I think, in the game.
Yes, I totally agree.
Little flare off the bat of Matthew Waugh. Shane Boland on the edge of the grass. One down.
Next batter for the Gremlins, first base, number 8, Eric Ochoa.
Eric Ochoa, an 11 pitch at bat in the first, ultimately down on strikes.
Eric Ochoa was the only batter to take Marco Diaz to a full count, once through the order.
Off the helmet of Bruno Matroni. He got a "you're all right, mate" from Nick Shales and just gave him the thumbs up. As it has all week, the breeze continues to swirl. Almost feels like it's blowing in a little bit, Joe, at the moment. Change up from Diaz, and Ochoa lets that go by for ball two. Just off the outside corner, says home plate umpire Yuri Dostal. 3-1 to Eric Ochoa. This was the count that Alan Pecker got. Ochoa led the Gremlins in virtually every offensive category this year. Hits, home runs, RBIs, runs scored. Ball 4.
Next batter, the center
The
fielder,
always dangerous Ben Anoka.
Hit the ball hard to shortstop Shane Boland last time. Doubled up in the first inning.
There's a strike on the outside corner.
Both Nick Shales and Shane Boland pulled a little bit more over to the left side.
Well, Shales is 18 feet from the line, but that's where he normally plays.
Yeah.
And we've talked all about it. You, the audience, you know this. Boland shaded a little bit up the middle. Villavazo, and Joe, I don't think I ever realized this before. He plays really shallow.
Yes, he does, yeah. But his reflexes are just phenomenal.
He gets to balls being that shallow that he has no business getting to. Off the outside corner or called a strike.
Either one.
2-2. Ben Anoka chases the outside drop. Half-hearted swing, couldn't stop.
Next batter, shortstop, number 34.
Fifth strikeout of the night for Marco Diaz. Cole Evans on the heels of that masterpiece defensively. Then we know what he did a year ago around this time in the game.
Put a charge into one.
The reigning ISC MVP. Diaz zips that one in at 81.
You want to be really careful here.
84. Two and one to Cole Evans. And a changeup at 62.
Great pitch. Great
he
call.
wobbled every set of knees between Cole Evans and us, Joe.
Great call by Bruno Matroni.
Unfair. Guys that throw that hard aren't supposed to have changeups that good. High hopper. Villavazo's got to go a long way, and he did. He went and got that over by the line in behind the bag and soft toss. Just soft toss
Yeah.
to Tony Gonzalez. The defense on display. These athletes, world class.
Leadoff batter for the Hill United Chiefs going into the top of the 5th inning will be the first baseman, Tony Gonzalez. Gonzalez led off the top of the 3rd inning with a single.
Big cut comes up empty. Like we said, Joe, the leading hitter for the Chiefs coming into the day. High hopper out to Malheur-Zook. That's an easy first out for Bestgrove and the Gremlins. But Alan Pecker has had a day for the Chiefs. He's had a tournament for the Chiefs today.
Today.
For the Chiefs, designated player number 9, Tupelo Lopez.
Fouled off. Lopez has such a long swing, Joe.
Yes, a big loping swing. It's very tough. Now he did crunch that ball very hard. Had a line drive out to Abelardo Penuelas back in the 3rd inning. Penuelas made a great grab on.
To the screen. And Joe, I can't count how many balls this, 45, 50 foot tall screen has saved here this week.
Yes.
A normal 20-foot screen, we would have been eating K-Masters up here.
We did a few.
That's going to go behind us. And it goes out the other side. Marvin, the music man, saved his beautiful set here from a foul ball. Swatted it away literally at the last second. You and I had one ricochet off the top of the tent post 2 feet over to our left. Joe, as methodical as the Gremlins have been all week, they just look a touch off tonight.
Yeah, just not sharp right now, but
I don't know if it's
not sharp, but
yeah,
I'm trying to find the right word.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. They're just not as fine as they normally are.
Now, give credit to Marco Diaz. Pitched extremely well.
And it's funny, Joe, this 3-game gauntlet that you have to run through the loser's bracket to get to this championship game if you weren't in the winner bracket final, like the Chiefs have done this year, like the Gremlins did last year. Sometimes you come in with all of that momentum on your side. Swing and a miss by Lopez.
Next batter for the Chiefs, fielder number 59, Alan Pecker.
Alan Pecker, the man of the day for Hill United.
He could be mayor of Surrey right now.
Certainly mayor of Oswegan. Fouls that into the screen. Oswegan, a part of the Six Nations First Nation in southwestern Ontario. Swing and a miss. It looked like he wanted to slap that one, Joe, because he picked up the foot and turned it.
Was very hesitant.
Yeah, not his usual swing. Certainly not today, at least. Just off the outside corner. Go back to the 2019 ISC championship game. Alan Pecker, a lot younger than with the Kitchener Cubs. He had a triple in that game and was first team All-World, if I remember correctly, with the Cubs that year. And really, it was that tournament, I think, Joe, that put him on the map for other teams to come calling.
Yes.
Fouled off. Was a member of the Argentina U23 team that won the bronze medal in April of 2023, although didn't get to participate in the bronze medal game. Drives this out to right field, went up and got that pitch at his eyes.
This gentleman is on a roll.
And now you've got to be careful with him the way that he runs. Because he can be on second base before you know it. We've seen Jeff Ellsworth be very aggressive all week, stealing bases, challenging catchers, not afraid to run out of an inning if he gets tagged out because he's got the top of his lineup at the plate. Swing and a miss by Shane Boland, who just hasn't been able to figure out Jack Besgrove whatsoever. Trevor Topping punches in the strike on the appeal. Have to agree. One ball, two strikes. Pecker on the move and foul back to the screen.
Good play with two strikes.
Yeah, like I said, there's really no penalty there.
No.
If he's thrown out, Shane Boland will just lead off the inning and get some free looks here at Besgrove and then start over. On the move again. Malherzuk can't get to that one up the middle from Shane Boland. And runners on the corners. Shane Boland, a big two-out base hit, and he is fired up.
Good punch there by Shane Boland, right up the middle. Good wheels by Alan Pecker, making it over to third base.
Well, he had a running start and easily goes coast to coast. Here's Greg Leather out to have a conversation with Besgrove, and I guarantee you this is just to slow things down.
Yeah, slow the pace down.
They got two quick outs. A battle with Pecker results in a hard hit single to right. Shane Boland on a 1-2 count right back up the middle.
Besgrove is throwing 21 pitches this inning to 4 batters.
The always dangerous Brad Ezekiel. First pitch, high and deep and gone! Brad Ezekiel, a 3-run home run. And Joe Todd, do you believe it?
Great clutch hit by Brad Ezekiel. Great big power. drove that ball deep, probably a good 10 more feet over that center field fence. Beninoka just looking at that ball, not really turning. 3 RBIs for Bradley.
All of this, Joe, with 2 outs, ignited by Alan Pecker, stoked by Shane Boland, and then Brad Ezekiel. The fuse is lit, and he hits a bomb.
All started by Alan Pecker with 2 out.
Shales out to left, but it's tracked down by Matthew Waugh. But the damage is done, and Joe, 5-0, Hill United Chiefs.
Going to make it very tough.
Do you need a reliable supply of products to run your business? Are you tired of having to deal with multiple suppliers to get everything you need? Absolute Business Supply is your dedicated, full-service business supply partner offering over 400,000 products and unmatched customer service. At ABS, we aren't just selling products. We offer a commitment to building meaningful relationships with our customers, getting to know your business goals so we can provide the best possible solutions for your needs. Find us on the web at absolutebusinesssupply.ca and let us get it for you.
Joe, the crowd is buzzing, and I mean buzzing, after Bradley Ezekiel launches one to straightaway center field, and maybe already has put this away for the Hill United Chiefs. A 5-run lead. Now, if you're the New York Gremlins, you've got to score here. It's almost imperative to score here in the bottom of the 5th to give yourself a chance.
Gremlins still looking to get their first hit off of Diaz.
Nine innings already today from Marco Diaz. Picked up the win in a nervy 2-0 victory over the Bear Creek Express. That game was scoreless until Pecker hit the line shot in the 5th.
The Gremlins tonight have not had a ball to the outfield off of Diaz.
A lot of ground outs up the middle.
Yep.
Redemar wants it. Is that as high as it's going to go? 2 balls, 2 strikes. Right to the screen. They haven't been able to square one up in fair territory, have they?
They just have not had a full barrel on that ball.
Two walks, the only blemishes so far for Marco Diaz. Right at Shane Boland, in between, picks it up, over to first, and called out. Lucio Redemar hanging around first and hoping somebody can convince the umpire to change his mind. Greg Hicks has to shoo him off the field. Bang, bang, play. You see it bobbled by Boland. Penuelas looks at strike one. Joe, other than Ochoa, and was it Malherzuk, I think, who went 3-1? He's been ahead of just about everybody else. And there's a base hit up the middle. No doubt about that one. Penuelas breaks up the no-hitter, and the Gremlins at least get a runner aboard.
Good start here for the Gremlins.
Single brings up second base number 24, Malherzuk.
Malherzuk, who ultimately went down on strikes in the third. Called a strike. And just off the outside corner, 1-1. Change up. Malherzuk kicked the hands back and was able to foul it over the screen at least.
Diaz with 70 strikes thrown, 42 have been for strikes. Good hold by Malherzuk.
Yeah, just off the outside corner.
Gremlins have to score here this inning just to get something rolling.
Another one into the screen, foul on the left side. To Boland for one, back to first, safe. Boy, these two really turned the ball quickly. And a bit of a round of cheers for the umpires. A little harsh. Malherzuk, fielder's choice. Brian Avery, the local product from Richmond, just down the road. That's a real high hopper. Villavazo, now interference and out.
Yeah.
The runner's obligation is to avoid the fielder, and no question. Watch it again here. Villavazo's coming in, and he gets clipped by Malherzuk. No question.
The correct call.
Leading things off for the Chiefs.
We go to the top of the 6th inning. Number 4, number 5, and number 6, Bruno Matroni, Quentin Bruce, Lenny Villavazzo. First pitch swinging. Bestgrove, and throws out Bruno Matroni.
A great fielding play by Bestgrove to get off that mound.
Oh, he came a long way to get that, Joe. This is down by the foul line where he gets that.
And
look how far Jack Bestgrove comes.
And then picked it up and turned and fired. Pivoted on that foot.
A real good throw to get Bruno Matroni. Quentin Bruce. Strikeout, fly out. Change up. Mallerzuk ranges over and throws out Quentin Bruce.
Some great defense we're seeing here today.
And a smile from Ladislaw Mallerzuk, who quietly, Joe, has had an outstanding career the last dozen or so years in the ISC. Just steady Eddie. Every day, he is a consummate professional. Inside to Villavazzo. Chop foul at the plate. Change up and fouled into the shin pad of Nick Mullins. Still a hint of a breeze in the outfield flags, but just a hint. Chases off the outside corner. A 1-2-3 inning for Bestgrove. He shuts the door in the top of the 6th. He needed to.
He's done his job, pitching and defense.
Offensively.
Leading things off for the Gremlins. Captain number 3, Nick Mullins.
Nick Mullins for the Gremlins, home half of the 6th. And Joe, the Gremlins season down to the final 6 outs.
They have their work cut out for them,
to say the least. Roman Godoy, for something to do, goes down to the bullpen in right field. A 5-run lead. Marco Diaz has got things under control. A one-hitter. We said off the top, Joe, we thought there were only 2 guys that could beat the Gremlins Marco Diaz with 6 outs to go. Let's really qualify that.
Yes. Not get ahead of ourselves.
He is looking good so far. "77 pitches for Diaz. In the dirt, they ask, and yes, says Trevor Toppin. A swing and a miss. Down goes Mullins. Joe, I want to take a moment and express our condolences to the family of our former ISC2 Commissioner Jim Williamson, JRW, as he was known, from Yakima, Washington, just over the border. Longtime friend of both of ours, sadly passed away earlier today, and we do offer our condolences to the Williamson family on behalf of all of us here at the ISC, a longtime stalwart fast pitch softball, and we will miss JRW.
Yes. Great guy.
In behind Matroni, couldn't find it. Matty Waugh, a little inspection of the bat. Deep breath. Gets back in the box. Off the outside corner. Walked in the first, was doubled, and then flew out to Lenny Villavazzo in the fourth.
Just missed.
Two and two to the leadoff batter for the New York Gremlins. He's been with this organization since 2012. A real high hopper. Shales comes hard, but Matthew Waugh beats that out for the second base hit of the game for the Gremlins.
Great wheels by Matthew Waugh going down that line. Real high bounce.
There have been a lot. I mean, they do so much work on the infield in between games, but they drag it, and it is hard out there without a doubt. And we've seen all week long high hops. They drag it, they water it. It was laser leveled 3 days before the start of the tournament. I've seen one bad hop all week.
Yes.
That was the one to Villavazzo Thursday night. The only one. Ochoa, an 11 pitch at bat, but ultimately a strikeout in the first. Walked in the fourth. In with the changeup, 56 miles an hour. Matthew Waugh wants to make sure the shoes are tied up, Joe.
That's important.
when you run as fast as Matthew, you might outrun them. A 5-0 Hill United lead. 2 in the third, courtesy of a home run by Alan Pecker, and 3 in the fifth, courtesy of a Brad Ezekiel shot. Two and 1 to Ochoa. Greg Leather is saying, will you hit the ball in between the lines and not at me, please? Ben Anoka is like, yeah, I'm going to go to the other side. I don't know why he's standing on that side.
Yeah.
I really don't. That's not the first time this week either. I just don't get it. Well hit, deep left field. Off the fence. Here comes Waugh around to third. Stand-up double for Eric Ochoa. The stop sign went up for Matthew Waugh. He was looking with a full head of steam. But Bruce plays this well off the fence. He gets it in quickly. And a wise decision by Coach Greg Leather to hold up Matthew Waugh.
You don't want to run yourself out of an inning now.
No, you need multiple runs, not just one. Gonzalo Masmu on to run for Ochoa. Hit numbers 2 and 3 for the Gremlins, but they come back to back in the 6th. And two runners in scoring position for Ben Inoka. '81 from Marco Diaz on the outside corner. Anoka can pull the ball, but his power is right center. One ball, one strike off the outside corner. Ramon Godoy continues to throw in the bullpen.
Diaz with 91 pitches so far in the game.
But this is his 15th inning of work today. 9 in the prior 2 games, a complete game, and then 2 innings of relief. Strike 2.
Gremlins put these 2 runs on the board. It's a whole different game.
Foul back to the screen.
The right part of the order is up. Anoka, Cole Evans, Radamar.
Is there a wrong part of the Gremlins order? Hasn't been this week.
The higher part of the order.
Yeah, yeah. It hasn't been this week. It's been up and down. Everybody contributing. All the armchair umpires here thought that Marco Diaz had strike 3 in the outside corner.
Only one counts.
There's only one opinion that counts, and it's 2 and 2. They come inside with the drop, and Beninoka swings over the top. A brilliant pitch and set up so effectively by Bruno Matroni. They went outside, 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 and for strike 3, they bust him in.
On a beautiful drop ball. 7th strikeout for Diaz.
Cole Evans. There's a strike on the outside corner. His last time up, Cole Evans was robbed by Lenny Villavazzo, who went way over in the hole to the line, in behind Tony Gonzalez. Chases that one down in the dirt, but it gets through, and Matthew Waugh speeds home with a run for the Gremlins. A freebie. Concentration wavers just a little, and that quick, you give up a run.
Yes. Small little mistakes.
Called strike 3, Cole Evans left at the plate. Marco Diaz gives up a run, but the Hill United Chiefs will go to the top of the 7th with a 5-1 lead. Luciano, I want us to stay on the air, if you would, please, for a couple of seconds. For everybody that's been with us all week, a couple of sponsors that we want to thank. In fact, all of our sponsors who have been with us, you've been seeing the ads all week long. They make what we do possible here at the ISC, on the ISC network. The host committee, especially Greg, Tim, and especially Brian Aratus. Thank you, gentlemen, for everything that you've done here for us this week, setting up the broadcast center for us. It's been fabulous. We really appreciate it. Softball Premier TV. Luciano, Carol, I can't say enough good things. You guys are great friends.
Another amazing week.
And it's been such a fabulous week here at the ISC World Tournament. Peter Labardius, who joined us here this week, and you, Joe Todd, my good friend, my travel partner, it's been a fabulous week.
Thank you.
Jerry Betts gets us all the lineup cards on time, every time. And then lastly, you, the audience. Thank you for being with us. You see the notes. We appreciate them. We can't respond to all of them. But you've been with us all week, and we are so thrilled to be able to bring you the best men's fast pitch tournament on the planet, bar none, the ISC World Tournament.
Thank you to all.
Way up in the air, and that's going to fall just behind the Gremlins dugout on the third base side. Oh, tried to throw it over the screen. You're not going to throw it over that screen, guys. That's 45 feet high. I know you tried. I know you wanted to show off the arm, but no, that was just never going to work. Bestgrove to the screen. And you don't see that very often from Jack Bestgrove.
No.
Three balls, two strikes. Tony Gonzalez. and lifted foul way back out of play. The 100th pitch of the game for Jack Besgrove. And it's a single for Tony Gonzalez. Another one. 2 for 3 on the evening for Tony Gonzalez. Gotta be an all-world player.
Great performance tonight by Tony Gonzalez all day. One of the leaders on this team, really.
He absolutely is.
Yep.
And again, kind of like Nick Mullins, a real quiet leader. And here's Greg Leather again, just slowing the pace down for Jack Besgrove and the Gremlins. He's out here to give Jack a break, a breather. This kind of thing doesn't happen a lot and hasn't happened a lot to Jack Besgrove.
No.
But I'll tell you something, Joe, when you look in the ISC World Championship guide, Adam Fulkerd is only 4-3 in ISC championships. Yeah, he got to play in 7 of them, but he's only got a 4-3 record. You're not going to win every one. Now, the Gremlins might roar back and make a liar out of me, and he might very well win every one. But right now, there are some tough lessons being learned.
Nick White running at first base for Gonzalez.
Yeah, and Luchi Biondi is pinch hitting for Pipolo Lopez, too. Tries to bunt. That rise ball tails off the plate. Bionde not close. Can't wait to see he and Lucio Redemar go head-to-head for the next 15 years in the ISC. Again, tails away, and again, not close on the bunt attempt. Full count to Biondi. White, plenty of speed over at first. Biondi runs just about as fast. Swing and a miss. Chased 3 rise balls, 2 of them trying to bunt and another one there. Alan Pecker, 2 for 2. A home run, a single, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Fouls this one off. What a day this young man has had. On the move and fouled straight back. White will retreat back to first. Folks, make sure you stay with us at the conclusion of this game, whenever that may be. We will have the on-field closing ceremonies for the 78th Annual ISC World Tournament. The team awards, the individual awards, all to come. drilled again. Pecker onto the tent and over. He knew it. He knew it. He watched it. Alan Pecker is a one-man wrecking crew. Seven to 1, Hill United.
He is 6 for 9 today. 666.
8 RBIs on 4 two-run home runs. Have you ever in your life seen anybody get so hot and carry a team like Alan Pecker is right now? And now we've got Shane Boland is pointing at something out in straightaway center field. Not sure quite what the issue is. Glenn Brown came down to check. Well, we'll get reset. And this one bowled in by Jack Becksgrove and looks a little rattled.
Yes. Not very often on this side of the fence.
Upstairs and out of the glove of Nick Mullins. Bradley Ezekiel will come get it for him. Because he's that nice. 3 for 3, Alan Pecker. 3 runs scored, 4 RBIs, 2 home runs. And that's just today in this game.
Yes.
Not even talking about the other 2 games. Change up. Boland out in front. Taps that foul. Full count on Shane Boland. And called. Strike 3. Down goes Shane Boland. 3rd time today, Joe, that he has gone down looking.
On the final look at the big picture, I think he'll take the results.
Should it stand?
Yes.
Cole Evans on his backhand and flips to first. Will go to the home half. Marco Diaz and the Hill United Chiefs 3 outs away from rolling through the loser's bracket to a 6th ISC title. Is it in the cards?
Welcome to Mont Hill Golf and Country Club. With our beautiful 27-hole golf course open to the public, we work tirelessly to ensure your time with us is second to none. Well, here you'll be able to enjoy an incredible dining experience at our very own Big Pete's Steakhouse. Play some of the best courses in the world with our state-of-the-art golf simulators. Upgrade your gear with the top brands at our pro shop, or host a stunning wedding, event, or conference inside one of our beautiful ballrooms. Learn all this and more at monthill.ca. We can't wait to see you.
Seventh we go, the ISC championship game. We may be renaming it the Alan Pecker coronation game. Lucio Redomar, Abelardo Penuelas, Ladislao Malherzuk. 5, 6, 7 for the New York Gremlins. They need 6 just to tie. Fouled straight back by Redomar.
This will be a tough team to put away. They will not go down easy.
To the screen again, 0-2 to Redomar. A pair of groundouts up the middle, one to second, one to short. The one to short was hotly contested. Swing and a miss on the changeup. 9 strikeouts on the game now for Marco Diaz.
Beautiful setup pitches. Great sequencing there.
A master class from Bruno Matroni behind the plate tonight. Kept the emotions of this young man under control. His control has never wavered in this one. Penuelas out to left, Quentin Bruce, and they're an out away. It started with a 2-0 win over the Bear Creek Express at 9:30 this morning. In the early afternoon, they knocked off the Northeast Drillers, and now on the verge of taking out the top-ranked New York Gremlins. Ladislao Malherzuk, the last hope for New York.
Diaz with 104 pitches so far in the game.
Swing and a miss. Strike one. Little tapper on the ground. Diaz can't get the handle, and Malherzuk, the Gremlins, still with a tiny bit of life.
Nobody wants to be the last out on the Gremlins.
You never want to be. Did they go hit or error?
I don't think they made their mind up yet.
Well, let's see. In the meantime,
I'm calling
Brian Avery, I don't know that he's going to get him, even
no,
if he
I
does
called it a hit.
barehanded.
Exactly. They gave him a hit.
Strike one to Brian Avery. The Malherzuk run is meaningless.
Yes.
All Hill United needs is an out, and they are the world champions again. High in the air, Villavazo comes to get it, and the Chiefs are back to the top of the mountain. The gloves fly. The celebration is underway.
Masterful pitching performance by Marco Diaz.
Marco Diaz, a 4-hitter, 1 run, strikes out 9, and the Hill United Chiefs run the table today and come out on top.
Very good. They had another great Saturday, just like the Gremlins did last year.
They did to the Gremlins what the Gremlins did last year. They run the gauntlet and they run the table. Joe, we're going to have the on-field closing ceremonies coming up in about, I would say, 5-6 minutes as we get everything set up. We will bring that to you live here on the ISC network. I'm going to go down to field level as one more time get the privilege of emceeing the championship ceremony. And now the Gremlins will get to celebrate. Joe, a pleasure as always, my man.
Thank you.
Luciano, Carol.
Same to you.
Marvin, the music man. A pleasure here all week. Thank you for being with us on the ISC network. Please do stick around for the closing ceremonies, including all of the individual awards. It truly has been our pleasure to be with you all week. Thank you.
For the latest in softball innovation, the website where you can experience the best tournaments in the Americas.
Live games, news, tournaments, and much, much more.
The best quality live softball, on demand so you can watch when you want. Become a Premier member now. SoftballPremierTV.com.
Live it on softball.